Those who follow my little channel know I have a great love for not so well-known shoes, especially carbon shoes from brands that we don't know much about in Europe where I live. In this video, I am going to focus on one of these shoes. And to make it a little more interesting, have I tried to compare them with a pair of Nike Zoom Fly 6. Based on the specs, unfortunately I don't have the shoes. I will definitely be testing the Zoom Fly 6. Arc of Speed I doubt that I will be able to get hold of, as it can be very difficult where I live. There are probably some who will think that you cannot compare a well-known shoe brand with an unknown brand. They will probably argue that Nike has had many years of experience in making shoes. And that is also true, but I think they just forgot that when they made the Zoom Fly 5. Really a terrible shoe. Totally fair if others have a different opinion, but it doesn't change mine. One of my small channel's regular followers have asked if I don't want to make a video with the best shoes I've ever run in. In connection with that, I'm also making a video with the worst carbon shoes I've ever run in, and I can reveal, even though the video is not finished, that Zoom Fly 5 is number 3 on this list. And if someone also wants to argue for we don't know how durable the unknown shoes are, then I can only say no, we don't. But not all Nike shoes are always particularly durable. And if anyone thinks I have something against Nike, then I think they should watch this video. This shoe pretty much saved my life, and it will always have a very special place in my heart. If you haven't seen this video and want to, you can see it 3 minutes and 32 seconds into this video. But back to this little comparison. You have probably already seen a lot of videos about Zoom Fly 6, and luckily it seems to be much better than the Zoom Fly 5. So I don't want to spend more time on it, but here is the information I have been able to find about Arc of Speed. I haven't tried running in the shoe, so of course I can't comment on how it is, but I just think it looks exciting. And in terms of price, it is also very close to the Zoom Fly 6.
After a year in development, the Arc of Speed is finally here. We invested countless hours perfecting its technology and design to create the ultimate running shoe that meets the demands of both daily runners and marathon athletes. Our goal was to offer the best technology and durability on the market at an affordable price, challenging the overpriced super shoes without compromising on performance or quality. Engineered to offer the durability of a trainer with the high performance of a super shoe. This is a limited series with limited spots available. Arc Plate. Embedded within the midsole is a full-length carbon fiber plate. A Pebax foam, lightweight, responsive cushioning material made for maximum speed and agility. Designed for high-energy return, it compresses on impact and quickly rebounds, propelling you forward. ArcFlex foam offers soft, protective cushioning and durable performance, ideal for both training and racing.
Unfortunately, only 900 were produced and they are all sold out. But let's hope they make some more. It looks like it has been a success. Maybe there are some who will think, why make a video about such an old shoe? And why does it have no laces? This particular pair of shoes means a lot to me. I've mentioned it several times on my little channel. But in 2018, during an Ironman training, a dog ran out in front of me. And I suffered a very serious brain injury and will never be normal again. And I felt that my life was over because I would never be able to run again. Perhaps I should mention that I was extremely serious about my training back then, and I tried to train in the same way as a professional triathlete. You probably have to take the data with a grain of salt, but my Garmin watch said at the time that my VO2 max was around the late 70s. Here is how it looks today, but I hardly run anymore compared to then and only cycle once a week approximate. If I hadn't had my accident, I would have definitely invested in one of these, because I was a really bad swimmer compared to the level I want to be at. The reason I say all this was that back then training filled my whole life. I wasn't on any social media back then. I simply didn't have time for that. And try to imagine being used to exercising several times a day. And then straight away I couldn't do it anymore. It was really hard mentally. And it was actually several times that I considered taking my own life. I didn't feel there was any meaning to life anymore. But when I got these alpha flies, which at this time was by far the best shoe to protect against the shocks you get when running, then a week later I could run 10 kilometers under 40 minutes again, after not having run for 2 years. Here is it important to say that I had problems with my head at the end. I'm sick. I will be like that for the rest of my life, and every time I have trained I have to rest for an hour or more, regardless of which shoes I run in. But shoes with a lot of shock absorption just help a lot in preventing me from getting a headache so quickly. And I'm probably also a bit lucky that I have a very low resting heart rate, because if my heart rate gets too high, I also get problems with my head. But the reason I'm making this little video is that now they have run 700 kilometers. From now on, I will only use them for special occasions because they are getting worn out. Luckily, I have quite a few other pairs, but this one is just special. And the other day, when someone had criticized my channel and said I was terrible at making videos, I ran this race in them. It must be said that I hardly run right now because of my head. But I was mad, and Daniel Beckgaard, one of the world's best triathletes, says it very well here in his video.
So fuck him, and to everybody, don't listen to anybody. The naysayers will always be there, and use it as motivation instead. That's what I've done.
Even though I have a brain injury and can't stand to train in the same way as I could before, can I still run a little bit faster than most average runners at my age? I make YouTube because I think it's fun, even if I'm not good at it. There are also some who really have a talent for talking about shoes, but not particularly good at running in them. I just think there should be room for all of us, regardless of what level you are at. Today, I only run for fun and when I have a good day with my head, and I have the opportunity to run a little faster. Is it the only time I don't feel sick? But like the old me, even though I'm not at the same level. I also like to admit that I eat far too many chips, sweets, and drink too much Coke. But when you have lived extremely disciplined for many years, and don't have a goal with your training anymore, is it hard to say no? At least for me. And finally, I just want to say it doesn't matter how many negative comments or dislikes my videos get. Then I'll continue my little videos as long as I think it's fun.